Okay, so I've got the words on my screen, which I've retrieved from Canvas Workspace. I've got a piece of vinyl stuck to my mat. I'm just going to do a background scan and press start. So now I can see the piece of vinyl. I'm going to move the letters over onto the vinyl, and the vinyl that I've got on my mat is actually outdoor vinyl, but this will work for outdoor or home decor vinyl. If this was heat transfer vinyl, I would have to mirror the letters because you cut from the backing on heat transfer vinyl, but for this type of coloured vinyl with a paper backing, you cut from the top and then you're not going to cut through onto your paper backing. So I've got my words placed on my vinyl. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to select cut, then before I do anything, I'm going to go into the wrench. I'm going to scroll down to where it says half cut and select it so it says half cut is on, and that's all you need to do for vinyl. I'm going to say OK, and then I'm going to start. But before I start, I'm just going to show you that on my actual ScanNCut machine, I've got my blue top blade, which is the vinyl blade. So I'm using my regular standard mat with my blue vinyl blade. So now I'm just going to say start. Okay, so that's finished cutting. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to select cut again and select the wrench, scroll down and turn half cut off so that next time when I come to cut some card, I know that all my settings are correct. You can see here now it says half cut is off. So I can unload the mat, and this is what I've got. I was holding my piece of vinyl down with a couple of pieces of post-it note tape, and I get this off Amazon. It's listed in the Amazon favourites over on my applelover53.co.uk website. If you select the shop tab and then scroll down, you'll see where it says Amazon favourites, and I think this is just under craft products, and it can be reused. And the reason I was doing that was because my mat needs cleaning, so it needs to be made more sticky again. But I just thought it was easier to hold it down with some tape. So now I can see where the words are. I'm just going to cut this piece of vinyl off and then put this back for next time. I'm going to use my weeding tool and grab a corner and slowly peel away the excess vinyl. Just take your time when you're doing this. You may have to go back in and, you know, get the centres from your letters, that kind of thing. You can see there's a piece, so just help that out. So that's all the waste. And then I'm just going to go in with my piercing tool and pull out the centres of these letters. And you can do so many things with vinyl, you know, home decor projects, outside projects, and with heat transfer vinyl you can do clothing or anything to do with fabric. So that's what I've got now. So I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. You don't have to do this. I'm going to get a piece of my transfer tape. I've had this stuff years. And I just kind of stick it back on the roll when I've used it. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. I'm going to bring in my scraper and just rub the back of the vinyl paper. And then rub it from the front, and then peeling it from the back sometimes is easier than trying to peel it away from the front. So you want to start peeling very, very slowly, and if you can see that all the letters are not coming, just keep burnishing down, and then eventually you'll start to be able to roll this away. Sometimes, depending on what font you use, you know, if it's a thin font in places like this, you have to kind of push it down. And then literally I'm just pulling this. You see a piece there that's coming with the paper, so I'm just going to put that back down with the spatula, and I'm literally rolling it so that it's more or less flat to the back of the vinyl. I'm not lifting it up. You can see another piece there is hanging on to the paper. Just take your time, peel it away, and it will eventually come away. So that you can throw away now. And then this is ready to put onto my project. So for me, I'm just cutting a piece of card. Just going to make sure that that edge is level. And I want a piece of card that this is going to sit on, so I can trim this down. I think my words are, let me just see, how high are my words? About 1.5 inches. So if I make this 2 inches, and they're just under 4 wide, so we make this about 4.5, and then let me see how this is going to look. I think that's going to be okay. So just to help me keep everything aligned, I'm going to bring in my scoreboard and put my piece of card butted up against the top, and then hopefully that way it won't move. And then I'm going to position this onto my piece of card and just have a look at it and see if it looks okay. Yeah, I think it does. So again, I'm just going to burnish it down onto this piece of, this is Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And the reason I'm using Blackberry Bliss is because that's one of the colours that's in the cover that this is going to go on. So now I'm going to peel away the paper. And again, I'm just going to pull it away and roll it away so it's really flat, so that all the letters should stay behind. This can go back on my roll for next time, and then I'm just going to turn this over and just burnish it from the back. So this now is going to go on the front of my card layout planner which I've made, and this contains all the pages that I sell in the PDF document on my website. So it all comes in one cutting file, and it's in A5 and A4. The A5 prints 1 sketch to a page, the A4 will print 2 to a page, and then I've printed all the A5s off, and in between each sheet I've put a plain piece of paper, so that if I run out of space when I'm doing a project, I've got the back and I've got a plain piece as well. And the layouts come in portrait, landscape, and square. And then I've just printed each one of those off, as I say, with a plain page in A5, and I've bound them all with my bind it all. The A4s, as I say, come with 2 a page, and you could make one big book. But this is my book all bound, and this is going to just stick. I could either put it this way or I could put it this way. I might actually put it this way. I'm just going to bring my little guillotine in and try and tidy up these edges, because as I say, I've been cutting something with my trimmer and I think it's just made the blade a little bit blunt. That's better. And again, I use the orange vinyl because there's like orange bicycles in this paper, and this one here is Blackberry Bliss. So I'm just going to stick that now on the front of my book. So I'm using my seal. I've run out of Seal Plus, else I would normally use Seal Plus. So I've put some seal on, and I'm just going to put some wet glue on as well. So the seal will hold it straight away, and then the wet glue will dry and give it a more permanent hold. So that's going to go like that. I'm just going to open up the book and just rub it from the inside. So that's today's quick project, just showing you how to cut some vinyl using the vinyl blade. And as I say, if you do want the sketch layouts, they are available on my website. Go to the shop and go down to where it says PDF printables. And as I say, there's 6 layouts in the file. So 1 each of the 3 designs in A5 and 1 each of the 3 designs in A4, all in the one file. And you can just choose what to print when you want to print it. If you only ever work in portrait for your cards, just print that one page and print it numerous times. I use, you know, all orientations and square from time to time, so that's why I've done mine. This is a new book that I'm going to be using. I've been using my printables, but I've used them all up, and previous to this I'd just printed a stack out and had not actually bound them. So I think it's going to be a lot easier having them all in a book like this. So I decided that I would add some vinyl to the front of it. So that's today's project. I hope you like it. Please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.